I'm gonna give you 5 reasons to carry a pocket notebook with you everywhere you go. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Jenny Famularcano. I am a graphic designer helping creative professionals just like you organize ideas into work that flows. I carry this notebook with me everywhere. It's just a small size pocket notebook. And I started to realize that there are a lot of other creatives that do carry a notebook with them. We're going to walk through all these different creatives, how they use it, and how it can inspire you to use a pocket notebook and help you on your creative journey. For the very first example, we have Andrea Sachs from Devil Wears Prada. She's a journalist. When she first gets hired by Miranda Priestley for being her assistant, she's flustered all over the place, she's getting lost. But when she starts to get more comfortable at her job, she's seen writing directly in the notebook. She's capturing everything that Miranda says. So number 1 on reasons to keep a pocket notebook is to remember the information that you really do need to remember for later. All of the important information that's going to benefit you, that's going to serve you, that can totally go in your pocket notebook. For the second creative, we have the writer David Sedaris. Writes religiously every single day, but he also likes to keep a pocket notebook in tandem with his diary. So he has a 2-part system where he's writing all day in his pocket notebook, and then all of the stuff that comes from the pocket notebook gets synthesized into his diary. Having a small notebook in his front pocket really helped him understand and pay attention to things that are already happening around him. It kind of makes being observant his superpower. Just being able to take note of the nuances or the language that people are going through when they're speaking around him contributes to his storytelling and becomes more real and almost nostalgic. Another way that you can use your pocket notebook is to transcribe life and to just pay attention, listen to words that you find beautiful or interesting or funny, and have that contribute to your memory of that day, and just learn to be more observant of the conversations that are happening around you. When you're traveling or you're exploring a new place, save the battery life because you don't know when that battery is going to be recharged. I had brought one of my notebooks with me to a festival. It was the art festival, and I would meet a lot of different people, and something that I would like to remember them by, and then I asked them to sign a little corner of it, and I have a really great story to tell my friends. And it ended up being a really cute kind of notebook for my adventures and for my day and even my weekend. I even have different notebooks for different years that we went to the festival, but it was just something that I love to bring back and share with my friends that I did that day, to remember my personal experience in a very unique way that people were able to interact with. I would even get little bits from the artclave and actually put it in my notebook, and I would do a little collage. It became such a very valuable part of my experience and something that I like to bring with me whenever I travel. I can share it with people, and I can share it with people when I come home. And that brings us to number 3 of the reasons to have a pocket notebook, is that it kind of document your adventures, and you can document it as much as you want it to. And having it be small enough to bring with you, it can follow you. Take it along and add to it also. Number 3 is documenting your adventures. What I especially like using my pocket notebook for is for practicing still life, observation drawing, gestural drawing. Anything that I can sit a while and just study has been such a great replacement for my phone. Even if I'm a designer, I still don't think I can draw very well. If you're a client, stay with me here. It's not that I can't draw well, it's that I always know that I can draw better. I know that I can draw better. There's always things that I see that is just like, oh, everything I draw could be so much better. It does take practice. There are also creative professionals who struggle with things like drawing hands, still life. All of these different items that you want to draw can definitely be improved on. So the most recent time where I was able to do this is when I was getting my vaccination for the COVID vaccine. They ask you to wait a few minutes, this giant hall, and you have to be in observation for a good 15 minutes. What am I going to do for this 15 minutes? I actually took that time to draw some of the chairs that are around me and look at how they're sitting, because there were so many of them, and capture something like getting my vaccine shot. It's actually one of my favorite spreads from that particular book. You don't think anything of it when you're sitting there and you're on your phone because it goes by so fast, but 15 minutes being able to practice your drawing can really contribute a lot to how you see spaces and negative spaces, not negative things, to how you see negative spaces. The number 4 reason to keep a pocket notebook is to practice your drawing. This last creative is Cyrus Highsmith, and he is a type designer and educator. What I especially love about how he uses his notebook is that he really uses it as an area for himself to explore ideas. Since he's designing typefaces, he's constantly looking at how negative shapes can be created and create different types of letter forms for different fonts. Very beautiful seeing all of his different pages for creating letters because he's using a lot of different tools. So he uses his notebook as a place to really play and explore. I think having a compilation of all of that in a singular notebook and having that become a series of notebooks can really contribute to your understanding of a particular topic. When you have a sketchbook with you, you're giving yourself essentially permission to play, and you're stuck at work all day on the computer. There's very few and very seldom chances for you to really have fun and be playful. If you haven't gone into something like journaling before, you're going to want to have an area just for yourself to play. You have this opportunity to play, and this leads to number 5 of reasons to keep a pocket notebook is to explore, to think. This becomes your weapon of just exploring an idea and running with it and just seeing how far you can take it before you need to reel it back or edit it. And the more that you start feeding your pocket notebook and your sketchbooks, the more that you're going to give yourself permission to really explore and think of ideas that you might not have been willing to try, for you to go wild, run wild. So that was a lot of reasons to contribute to a physical notebook. Feel free to check out this video where I talk about capturing and organizing inspiration using the digital tool Notion so that you can still capture a lot of your ideas while you're finding things online and being able to organize them in a really unique way. All right, I'll see you in the next video.